This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hello and welcome to The Complete Guide to Everything. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
And I'm Tim. What is this, a podcast about everything or something?
Yeah. I was like, what's wrong? What did I not say?
Are you streamlining it for the new year?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe we make this whole show a lot sleeker.
Yeah, get it down to a brisk 10 minutes.
Yeah. Ooh,
Just
that'd be nice.
what you need to know for the week.
Yeah. We'll still be like 9 minutes of us complaining about something
Yeah.
at the top. Tom, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing good, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing well too. Man, we are flipping the script in every way.
The week before, the week in between Christmas and New Year's.
That's when we're recording, but this comes out
Yeah.
New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Well, here, Tom, we're going to do something very special. Mm-hmm. This is coming out.
It comes out New Year's Eve.
Yeah. But, like, depending on where you are in the world,
Well, you
that
could
might
say
be
that
New Year's
about
Day.
anything.
Well, not really.
Yeah, I mean, depending on where you are in the world, it could be New Year's Eve right now as we're recording this.
Is that true?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not well versed in time zones.
yeah.
So
Well, it's obvious.
So we're recording this on December 29th.
Yeah,
You're saying somewhere it's December 31st
yeah,
in the
probably
world?
like somewhere in Australia or
Yeah.
something where you're not even thinking about it. It's already,
Wow.
or like some Pacific island you'd never even heard of.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, well then Happy New Year to people who are already hearing this. I think we should release this early, Tom.
Yeah,
I want people to ring in the new year right with their friends Tim and Tom.
yeah. We'll put in the description like what time to start it exactly, so that we can later in the episode we'll ring in the new year all together.
Yeah, we'll do the old countdown.
Yeah, and you'll have to synchronize your watch to. I guess you won't have to synchronize. Well, synchronize your watch to like the time. Make sure you got the right time.
So let me. So this will be in the description, and we'll send out a tweet or something. But if you're having like a party or something,
Yeah. Tell everybody shut the
So
shut
right
the hell up.
Yeah, right now they're listening. Hello, I'm Tim. This is Tom. This
Yeah,
is
they got that from earlier.
Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything.
What
Welcome,
a cool party.
yeah, welcome new fans. No, that's what everybody's gonna do.
What?
That's what our listeners do, man.
Have
They
cool
like-
parties. Yeah,
They
that's what I'm
have
saying.
Cool parties, and then they turn their friends on to cool stuff.
They turn off the music and turn on their friends to podcasts they might like.
Yeah, or just the only podcast that they listen to.
The only
This
one worth listening to.
Yeah. So hello. I'm glad you guys have all been enjoying us.
Yeah.
In a few minutes, we'll get to the countdown. But until then, just
Yeah, just mingle.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
enjoy the
don't-
banter.
Don't talk too loud because you got to listen to us.
you don't talk unless you're yelling back at
Right.
something we're saying.
Later on, there will be a call and response section of the show, as per usual.
Yes. Ask your party's host about that.
I'm doing good, Tim. I went and I treated myself today. Well, I didn't treat myself. I guess
Tom, your whole life consists of you treating yourself. You buy yourself toys 365 days a year.
Yeah, we're recording at my apartment today instead of the HeadGum Studios because it's everybody's gone.
Yeah, well, no,
It's,
they offered to let us record there this week,
Yeah.
but
I
was
was gone. I was out of town.
sick. Yeah.
But now I'm back in town, baby. And I was just showing you. I got that new little tiny Super Nintendo. Mm-hmm. It's very excited. I showed it to you. I didn't let you play it, but
No,
I
you
showed
didn't.
it to you.
You let me hold the controller for about 4 seconds.
Well, I
before
wanted you to like get an idea of what it would be
Yeah,
like.
that was very generous of you. Thank you.
So you could get jealous about it.
Yeah.
But one of my Christmas presents this year was my mommy bought me.
You got your mommy for Christmas.
I finally found her.
She lives with you now. Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, it's been a long search.
Oh, boy. I read something about Cary Grant. Do you
Yeah.
know about Cary Grant?
Carrie Fisher, she's in the new Star Wars.
No.
She recently passed.
Her dad, Cary Grant, I think it was him. His mom was locked up in an institution when he was 9 years old, but they just told him he was going. She was going on a vacation,
Yeah.
and then she didn't come back. And then when he was in his early 30s, he found out she didn't just go on a vacation. She was in an institution, so he had to like buy her way out of it. I thought maybe that was a situation that you had this Christmas.
No, I mean, wait, did he just think she was on a vacation up until that point?
I don't know. I think it was Cary Grant. It was one of those old guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Look,
it might have been Jimmy Stewart.
maybe. I'm sure at this party right now, everybody's yelling, no, that wasn't Cary Grant.
Yeah.
That was James Dean. No, tragically, James Dean died.
Yeah, he died
young.
before he even reached his 30s.
Sorry. So your mommy got you something.
Oh, she bought me a massage at a wellness center.
She's not administering.
She's not
okay.
administering. She's paying somebody else to massage her boy.
Well.
And I went and got the massage. It was very nice. It was like I don't know what it was. Like at first I thought this was in our hometown, Tim. And I thought at first like, oh, this is maybe like a sports place. Like a sports, like
for jocks like you.
For jocks, yeah. Like me and like a bunch of Olympians maybe, pulled things and they're like, we're going to do
fellow discus throwers.
Boy, he could throw your shoulder all out of whack. But they but then when I went inside, it was all just old people. Not old people working there. There were normal people working there, but the
old people can be normal.
Show me one. But the lobby was full of olds. And it was a great massage and everything.
Were they like, finally, someone who I don't have to go easy on, afraid I'm going to break a bone?
Yeah. Finally, I'm not going to have to worry about hearing snaps and brittle sounds.
Yeah. Or you feel their back and it all feels like paper, crinkled paper.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about if I don't use enough lotion, your skin might rip in half. Anyway, we tease old people, but we love them.
Yeah,
they're an important part of our
demographic.
The
elderly, Tom.
Yeah,
I have a very special treat for the elderly later in the program.
Great.
More Cary Grant.
I've arranged for Cary Grant to make an appearance. Talk about when he found his mother in a home.
Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
It was a great massage, but I was thinking of you because
while you were getting a massage.
Yeah, I was thinking, boy, this. I bet Tim would like this. No, I was thinking, I bet Tim wouldn't like this because the masseuse was sucking on a mint the whole time.
Ugh. No.
And it's perfectly quiet except for like vaguely Eastern music that's like, ooh.
Did it have like a beat to it? Like,
no beat. No. Just every once in a while, like a wind instrument.
Okay.
And when I say wind instrument, I mean an instrument that sounds like the wind.
Yeah.
Like chimes.
Yeah, the wind.
No, but the wind playing notes. Just
it's
a
not
sporadic like doo-doo. Yeah. So it's very quiet, except for that, and there's like aromas going on. Mm-hmm. She put eucalyptus on.
That's Tom.
Uh-huh.
Eucalyptus. Call me a dang koala bear because that's all I want to do.
What?
Feast on the eucalyptus plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly what I don't think humans can digest.
Go in a sauna that has that, or have a masseuse apply it to my bare back.
She didn't even put it on my back. She put it on like the pillow that I put my face into so I could just smell it.
Oh, man.
It was nice. Yeah, you could probably get one of these little vials she had full of it.
Why don't they make cigarettes with eucalyptus in it?
I feel like that's not a thing you want to smoke.
I don't know. I enjoy breathing it in a sauna.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you don't have to get a cigarette of it. You can just like
maybe they'd be
soak cotton in it or something.
The ATF is just like, oh no, you're just gonna it's gonna be healthy. It's gonna be a healthy cigarette, and we can't have confusion because there's a healthy cigarette.
Look at all those healthy koalas out there.
Hey, they live to be 120, 130 years old.
You have no idea how long a koala bear lives.
Well, Get me a eucalyptus vape pen, and I'll live as long as a koala. I'll tell you that much.
I guarantee they have that. They have pancake vapes and stuff. They've got they've got eucalyptus. You can just eat pancakes.
Tom, maybe in 2018 I'm gonna become a vape guy.
Cool.
Yeah. And I'm gonna shave this beard into a goatee.
Nice.
That doesn't connect.
Yeah, I was gonna say just like a soul patch and.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be a mustache and a goatee, but it's not. The sides of the mouth are gonna be bare.
So you look like a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah.
Even more so.
Tom.
But yeah, it was so quiet and peaceful, except every once in a while I would hear.
Ah, god damn it. You should be able to ask her not to do that and not feel like a jerk.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty small mint. I had eyed the mints when I came in. Because they were...
should eat a mint or chew gum or do anything at work. You shouldn't have anything in your mouth at work.
I would always chew gum at work.
Ugh.
I just sit there going...
The lack of respect, first of all. Well, that's the second one.
What are you guys doing over there?
Was this when you were at the Apple store?
No, you weren't allowed to chew gum at a store.
Steve Jobs ruled with an iron fist, and he had it right.
He would have come around and said, "Spit it into my hand."
Yeah, and then
you'll get this at the end of the day.
Yeah, then he punched you in the face.
Nah, I don't think he was like a violent guy.
I don't know. From what I understand, he was very violent.
I don't think so. I think that's something you're just making up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewrite verbally violent. You're gonna rewrite the biography.
Yeah, I'm gonna write a Steve Jobs biography full of lies, outright lies.
Right. Oh, that's smart. I mean, a company like Apple barely has the resources to come after you if you did something like that. They can't
come after those Italians that named their clothing company Steve Jobs.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
They named their. They should have called the company Italians.
Oh, yeah.
And then, Apple probably wouldn't have even been able to come up after them.
Yeah.
But, they named their company Steve
the
Jobs.
Instant Pot, Tom, was originally marketed as the iPod.
I know, Tim. I read the New York Times as well.
Oh. I don't. Somebody read it to me. All right, Tom.
Yeah.
It's time. This episode isn't about 2017. Yeah. That's soon to be in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, the party you're listening to this at is probably, after the last 10 minutes of conversation, probably out of control right now. You're like, I'm afraid that, this whole place is, this whole apartment building and or house and or rec center is going to get trampled to the ground because people are so excited.
Yeah, I only go to parties, New Year's Eve parties at rec centers. Hey, either that or old age homes. Because again, big fan of the elderly.
You love the elderly, and you've got a special surprise for them later in the episode.
Yeah, I have a big.
You're asking a lot of the elderly. You're asking them to stay up this late, Tim. It's already almost midnight.
I know. Well, it's going to be worth it. I have a 2018 prediction for the elderly.
Okay.
But for now, Tom. Let's say goodbye to 2017, this horrid year that everybody seemed to hate. Yeah. But for me, it was just fine.
Yeah.
And
everybody hated 2016, too.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's just going to hate
everybody
just
hates everything. I think life just stinks.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, maybe 2018 will be better, and we'll find out in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Me and Tom were kissing other people.
Sucking face.
Tom was kissing his dog, and I was kissing my wife.
Your wife who sits here silently next to you during
Yeah, she wants to
you're not allowed to be in a room with me without her.
Yeah, she thinks you're a bad influence. Hey, Tom, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Put her there. We're shaking hands now.
Yeah. Oh, everything's...
Exchanging pats on the back. Yeah. Good on you, old chap.
Now I'm still shaking your hand, but I've put my other hand on your elbow.
Yep.
which you're not allowed to do with the royals.
Really?
Ed Sheeran did it, and they killed him. They executed him.
He killed Ed Sheeran?
Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah.
didn't hear about that.
They said, you shouldn't have done that, mate. You shouldn't have put your hand on his arm. They had an Australian kill him.
Wow, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're all
that's where
criminals.
they send all their criminals.
Yeah, it took forever. They had to order one to come back.
Yeah. Well, to kill Ed Sheeran, you got to do it right. Get a real criminal to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, but he grabbed, I think, Prince Philip's arm.
Which one is Prince Philip? Yeah, they're all
he's
the same.
the Queen's boyfriend, husband.
Wait, no, that's Prince Charles. No.
No, Prince Charles is her son. I forget. No, I don't think it was Philip. I think it was Prince Charles.
Wait, the Queen has a boyfriend?
No, the Queen has a husband. But he's just a prince, so I always think he's a boyfriend.
Why? Wait, why is she the queen and he's not the king?
I'm not really sure.
Oh man, all these New Year's Eve parties in England right now. They're lighting torches.
They're going mental. Absolutely
They're lighting
mental.
torches and saying, "Get the ships from the harbor," and
Yeah. We're gonna do to him what we did to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Get that Australian guy. Go to the airport before he goes back to Australia and get him. He's coming with us.
Yeah.
He's gonna behead these two men.
If Tom, I hope I don't ever die.
I hope I'll never get beheaded.
I hope I don't get beheaded. Definitely. But if I'm going to die unnaturally,
Tim, don't talk like that. You're not gonna die.
if I were to die unnaturally, I would hope it was a huge mob.
That's a
did it to
natural
me.
death.
That's not natural.
Sure, it is.
No, I mean like peacefully, Tom.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe they'll peacefully do it.
I want to die with my
Maybe right
face,
before they
face down in a eucalyptus pillow.
maybe right before they behead you, they'll go shh to calm you down.
Tom, I don't want to be beheaded.
What if you were face down in a eucalyptus pillow and you didn't even notice until you saw your body fall off the table next to you?
Wow. I think the head would fall off, right?
No, the head's like pretty secure in the.
In the pillow.
Yeah, because because the pillow part's like separate. Maybe they'd like keep you level, but they'd lift up the table so your body fell off so you could see it.
So 2018, Tom,
Yeah.
a fresh new year
Yeah,
for everybody to enjoy.
a fresh nude year for all you nudists out there.
Yeah. You know, but you got to assume 2017 was also a nude year.
Well, for nudist.
Yeah. For nudists.
Yes.
This is your first. Hey, if this is your first foray, your first full year as a nudist,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
I'm not in this club.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tom, I'm a little skeptical of 2018.
All right.
Starts on of all days, a Monday.
Oh, I thought you were going to say January 1st.
No, all years start January 1st.
Yeah. There had to have been one that didn't.
In
Maybe the first year.
the first year,
Yeah.
maybe. That sounds right.
It probably took a few days before they were like, oh, shit, we should be keeping track.
Yeah. Do you think they were just like, it's the 5th?
Yeah, they were like, I think it's the 5th. Probably one guy was like, nah, I think it's the 4th, man.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, you know what? It doesn't really matter. Let's just
Yeah.
say it's the 5th.
And the guy was like, 4th. And they were like, and then they burned him at the stake.
Yeah, they beheaded him.
So, yeah. Garfield's not going to like this year so far.
He hates Mondays, man.
He hates it. But guess what? From all that I can see, all signs point to is going to be a strong year for lasagna.
What do you mean, all signs?
There-
I don't think so. People are more hesitant to eat carbs than ever.
Tom, not Garfield. The
I know
access
not.
to lasagna will still be there. If you want lasagna, it'll be as easy to get lasagna in 2018 as it will be in 2017.
I would argue that lasagna access is at an all-time low.
You're out of your mind, Tom.
People don't want it. People don't want lasagna. They don't want the carbs, so they're cutting off access.
You can get carbs anyway. Tom, still 90% of the U.S. diet is carbs.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Carbs and poison. Carbs and opioids.
Yeah.
You can get lasagna at like a Domino's Pizza now.
Can you?
I think so.
Man.
Yeah.
Remember when Pizza Hut was trying to be called Pasta Hut?
That was an ill-fated...
And everybody was like, get the hell out of here.
I was embarrassed for them.
Yeah. It was like, oh, come on, guys.
You, the originator of
I pulled
stuffed
one of the
crust
drivers
pizza?
aside to say, come on,
Come on,
a lot
Jeff.
of people are talking.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a fall from grace because they had the whole country, if not the world, all the way to Mikhail Gorbachev in Russia eating their pizza backwards.
Right.
Like a decade earlier.
Probably like 2 decades. Oh, no, yeah, Pasta Hut, that was probably like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a fall from grace, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Stuffed crust pizza, man.
Yeah.
God damn it.
What do you mean, God damn
I
it?
love it. I
Yeah.
love it so.
They still make it.
I feel like it's not as good.
Here's the
They
problem.
don't put as much care into it.
You ever get Domino's delivered here in New York City?
No. Why would I?
Well, because sometimes they're open late, and as you mentioned, they have other options. They've got other stuff. I've only done it once, and the biggest reason I'll never do it again. Another nice positive to Domino's, even here in New York City, is that it's very cheap.
I mean,
If you want to get a lot of food, you can get Domino's, and if they've got some specials going on, some 2-for deals.
I guess in terms of like garbage food, there you could do much worse.
Yeah. But when you get Domino's delivered, at least in my neighborhood, they don't bring it to your door. They call you when they're outside.
Yeah, I know you mentioned this a lot, Tom.
Yeah. Well, I just saw it the other day. I saw because I was walking up to my building like pretty late at night. It's out prowling the streets. And I saw like a woman, scurrying away from the Domino's car with her pizza. And the guy's like, hey, lady. And
What
then
did he have to tell her?
she forgot her soda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, I have no problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fine. What do you care? It takes 2 minutes to go downstairs and get your thing.
Yeah, but it's so nice when they bring it. Like, my couch is literally 3 feet from my apartment door.
Yes.
So, like, that convenience of, like, probably some of these places I could just prop the door open and have the man just put it on the table in front of me.
Yeah, I'm sorry
It's
you
pretty
don't get
nice.
to do
It's
that.
like I live in a restaurant.
Your apartment is nowhere near up to health code.
It's restaurant
your
quality.
apartment restaurant would be shut down in 4 minutes.
But nobody has the authority to do it. So I live to ride another day.
I would get my health inspector's license, Tom.
To
You know
shut
I'm
down my
80% of the way there when
Yeah,
I dropped out.
sure,
I'm a
yeah.
health school dropout.
Anyway, 2018, Tim.
The year that Tom Reynolds turned his apartment into a restaurant.
Oh, God willing.
Maybe the Papa John's guy will bring it to your door.
What do you mean, the Papa John's guy? You mean Papa John?
Yeah, now that he quit. Like
Yeah.
a coward.
Well, maybe he's going to have to start at the bottom again, back in the mail room.
Maybe
and then he'll work his way up to delivery guy.
Maybe Papa John quit because he's very, very sick.
If he's been eating his own pizza, he
Yeah.
certainly is very sick.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2018, Tim, what do we have to look forward to besides my apartment officially becoming a restaurant?
Unimpeded.
2019, I'll get a Michelin star.
Ooh, that's ambitious, but if anybody can
I'm
do it,
giving
it's
myself
you.
a year.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm not saying it's all going to happen at once. I'm not naive.
I mean, the decor alone, I would award it.
It's 3/4 of the way there.
Exactly.
And once I have a pizza man that will deliver pizza right to my coffee table,
Then you're in
It's
business,
done.
baby. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what do we have in store, Tom? You did so. You've been combing the.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Tom. I'll tell you one thing that's not going to happen in 2018.
what's that?
You and I will no longer be able to go to Times Square in New York City and dine at Guy Fieri's American
Yeah,
Grill.
it's closing on.
As far as anybody
New
listening to
Year's
this is concerned, It's in the past.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like already on your way to Times Square when you hear this.
In which you'd have like 4 minutes.
Yeah, maybe enough for like a jalapeno popper before they kick your ass back on the street.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed I never tried it out. I think.
Well, we still have time. We can go tomorrow.
You want to?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I have to find out if there's one thing on the menu that doesn't have a ton of meat in it.
Yeah. No, I think most of the menu
cheese,
is
right?
mayonnaise.
Cheese and mayo.
Yeah, the majority of it's mostly mayonnaise-based dishes.
All right. Count me in. Color me
bad?
Guy fee ready for this.
Anyway, 2018, you might think, well, how the hell can we know what's going to happen in 2018? It hasn't happened yet, you dummy. You dumb idiot.
Well, guess what, asshole? They've already scheduled some stuff for 2018.
Yeah.
They knew it was coming.
Yeah.
What do you think? We're here just pulling things out of our behinds?
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this. Schedule subject to change. You know?
yeah.
Some of this stuff might not happen.
Hey, read the fine print, asshole. Right?
The first thing. The Winter Olympics.
Bum, ba, 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 ba.
Yeah.
That famous theme.
Yeah, John, what's his name?
Williams.
John Winters. Well, he changed his name to John Winters when he does the Winter Olympics theme, which we just sang.
Yes.
Are you excited for the Winter Olympics?
No, I'm not. Where are they being held?
South Korea.
South Korea. North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. We all know.
Which, like, considering... I'm sure, Kim Jong-un is going to use this as like a way to get attention and do something dangerous.
That's all anybody does these days. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly what we do.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm excited for the Winter Olympics. I always forget the Olympics before they're coming.
Yeah.
I've never been skiing or snowboarding, and I would like to.
I've been skiing once.
Yeah.
I'm terrified to go snowboarding because you can't move your feet.
Yeah.
Your feet are like shackled together.
Right. What if somebody comes and spins you around at the hip?
And you're screwed.
You turn into a screw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're, they're stepping on your snowboard while they do it. And then you're going, whoa, spin around. Woo, woo, woo. Just the top half, though.
Is snowboarding still in the Winter Olympics?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I thought it was too extreme.
It's not too extreme.
Everybody on the Olympic Committee's toupees off.
Tim, you know that they're very self-conscious about that. They don't like jokes being made.
Tom, I do prefer the Winter Olympics to the Summer Olympics.
Why is that?
Summer Olympics is
less
just like
sweaty.
That, and like Summer Olympics is just a bunch of people running around. Winter Olympics, like they get in bobsleds, they're on skis.
Well, it's all pretty much snow and ice. It's like,
Yeah.
if this doesn't involve snow or ice, take a hike till the summer, man.
Yeah, it's fine until the summer 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Even.
You remember when they didn't do that, when they weren't offset?
Yeah, I think I preferred it. Every 4 years, something special happens.
Every 4 years, 2 special things happen.
Yeah.
I get that was probably like a big, really hard for them to organize all the time. But
whatever. That's their whole jobs. It's not
true.
like there are people that were like, I only work on the Olympics for this. I mean, there are some people, like the crowd control people and stuff.
Right. But they're local to the cities, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Who knows if they fly them all in.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we do a podcast every week, they could do 2 Olympics a year.
Right, exactly. Tom, are you competing in the Olympics this year?
I'm still waiting to hear.
Okay.
Not,
it's February.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I feel like I've heard less about the 2018 Olympics than
I think they're just.
years past.
I'm betting next month they're going to ramp up you hearing about it.
Yeah.
Well, also,
what are they going to do without Matt Lauer there to cover it, though?
Who knows?
And
I guess,
Billy Bush won't be around to cover it.
Yeah.
Whew.
I guess
It's gonna
maybe
be rough.
we'll have to wait to read in the newspaper who won things. I mean, that is the thing. Since it'll be in South Korea, the time will be all wacky.
Yeah, but they
we'll have
always
to watch everything on delays.
delay that stuff.
Not when it happens in America.
Yeah, well, no, they even still do it. Like
Yeah,
they
that's
when
true.
it's in the right time zone, they're just like, hey, or the same time zone. The knuckleheads over there at the National Broadcasting Company still figure out a way to step all over their own wieners.
What event would you compete in the Winter Olympics if you had to?
Bobsled. Nope. The luge.
Luge is bobsled. I feel like you could, like con your way into. You'll be like, I'll be one of the middle guys.
Yeah. Just like that's just like leading at the right times,
yeah.
right?
And you could just follow. Just put your hands on the guy in front of you and see which way he leans.
Yeah.
The luge, they're gonna know at that first turn that you're not a guy. Who
I'm
does
just going
the
to
luge.
fly off the goddamn track.
Yeah.
I'll wind up in North Korea. I'll shoot up into the air.
We would create an international
Yeah.
incident.
Get shot down by anti-aircraft missiles.
I
That'll
would.
be a hell of a way to go, Tom.
You know what I'd like to try, and I don't think you can do this anywhere but the Olympics. But the I forget what it's actually called, but the ski and shoot.
Oh yeah, the biathlon or something.
Yeah, maybe it's a biathlon of the two big winter sports: skiing and shooting a rifle
Yeah.
at a target.
They still do that?
Yeah, they still do. Why would they stop doing it?
Do you jump off a
Guns
ramp?
are more popular than ever.
That's true. Do you jump off a ramp and then shoot?
No, but you have to have the rifle on your back while you're skiing. Like, you can't just leave it at the shooting place.
Oh, so you're not shooting while you're skiing?
No, that would be dangerous.
I know it'd be
That
dangerous.
would
So you know what else is dangerous? Sports. The luge. The luge is dangerous.
Yeah, but it's not as dangerous.
Snowboarding is extreme. They made a whole X Games about it.
I'm saying
Extreme is in the title.
it's
They
not as dangerous to the audience, the eyewitnesses.
Oh, I don't know. Make it like the Hunger Games. Everybody will be watching on closed circuit television.
Oh yeah, they can do that. I'd love it. Yeah, do that. Give people Uzis or something. Have them go
Yeah.
down the mountain with 2 Uzis.
Yeah. Whoever last man standing wins the
Oh,
gold.
so they have to shoot each other in this scenario.
Isn't that what happens in
No,
this?
it's a target they have to
Oh.
shoot. It's target shooting.
Oh, okay. I'm for this because I'm a
Yeah.
pacifist. Tom.
Yeah, it's target. Yeah, they're not. There are very few Olympic sports where you're encouraged to kill other contestants.
Well, fencing, they have to stab each other right in the heart.
No, that's again, it's all protective, and I've been thinking about getting.
Why do
really
they wear all
into-
that armor, Tom?
Getting really into fencing
Really?
for self-defense.
I don't think that's the most effective self-defense strategy.
I don't know. I feel like if somebody tried to mug me and I whipped out a fencing sword, I'd have to bring the fencing sword everywhere.
Yeah.
They'd think twice. They'd be like, "Ow, stop hitting me with that."
Yeah.
It's smarts.
All right, so that's the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
That's in February 2018.
Yeah.
Everybody, get your ski boots on.
Circle that month in your calendar.
Yeah.
Now.
It should be the easiest month to circle because it's the shortest.
Yeah.
So it's the least amount of
Saves you a
ink
little
from
ink.
your marker. Yeah.
Also coming up this year, I think in March or May, I think May, a royal wedding.
Ooh.
Prince-
I think it's March.
Prince Harry?
Harriet the Spy.
Not Harry the Spy. Prince Harry of Wales.
Yeah,
I think he's of Wales.
a whale is marrying the Suits.
Yeah, is marrying one of the Suits from Suits.
Hey, you know what?
And,
It's not just a royal wedding. It's
a
a Suits
Suits
wedding.
wedding.
Yeah.
a very special episode of Suits. Marrying an American.
Yeah.
USA.
Yeah, we're infiltrating your royalty.
Pretty soon, King Ralph is going to be a true story.
Yeah.
They're going to say, you ever see that true story, King Ralph?
It'll be King Ralph starring Suits.
King Ralph starring Suits from Suits.
Yeah.
Are you excited for the royal wedding?
No, are you?
Yes. No, I'm not excited. I don't care.
Oh, man, we're so cool.
Yeah.
We don't give a care. I wish it was as big a deal here as it was in England.
Why?
Because they get to, not go to work and stuff. They shut down the country for, 3 days for this thing.
Yeah.
I'd
you
like
think
that.
they'd all be, well, I guess, and that brings me to another.
If you ever have a really stressful week at work and there's a deadline, this is my question for our English listeners.
Yeah.
Are you ever like so stressed at work and you have a deadline that you know you're not going to hit? Are you just like, sure would be nice if the Queen died this week?
I don't think that would be a very patriotic thing to think.
I know, but like, you know, it's limited damage. It's not like, oh, I sure hope some big tragedy happens, right? Like,
Right.
It is a tragedy when the 150-year-old woman dies. I understand, but like, you ever think like against your better judgment that
you regret thinking
yeah,
it.
you're like
you
that's
feel
a
bad.
mean thing. I take it back.
Right.
But it would be helpful.
Yeah, but you still think it.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna hit this. My job's in my livelihood is in jeopardy here.
Well, probably a ton of people are listening to this thinking, yeah, I do think that sometimes, Tim, and I'll never admit that out loud.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They'll call up Australia, get that guy to come and take my fucking head off. All right, just another reminder to the elderly. You got a real Tim promises a real treat for you at the end.
It's something that you'll appreciate knowing.
There's more royal news though, Tim, because Will and Kate, they're having another baby.
They made their triumphant return to NBC. The gay man and the straight woman who live as roommates.
You're thinking of Will and Grace.
Oh,
this is Will and Kate's Middletons.
Oh, right,
Middletons.
Kate Middleton, the sister of Pippa.
Of Suits. Oh.
Pippa and the soon-to-be sister-in-law. Man, Pippa's got an into Suits now.
She wants to be on Suits.
Yeah, if
I think Pippa's married now too.
Yeah, well,
but
all
not
the better,
to a prince.
Yeah, all the better to start her USA film career, TV career.
USA Network.
Yeah,
you
just
where
be
you
like,
can
hey,
find shows like Suits and characters being welcome.
I'll talk to my sister's husband's brother's wife.
Yeah.
Maybe she can get me an audition.
For Suits.
Well,
they're going to need to replace her.
She's not going to continue her role on Suits?
No.
Does she not continue her...
No, she doesn't get to have like a regular life anymore.
That stinks.
Right?
Yeah. What are they going to do with all her suits?
Probably donate them to charity.
That's the right thing to do.
Well, yeah. Well, now she's got to think about this stuff because she's going to be in the royal family.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, and if you're, thinking the way Tim thinks, you're probably excited that Will and Kate are having another baby because you're like, oh man, when all these babies start getting married, that's time off work for me. Sure, it's going to take a while. It's going to take, maybe 30 years, but
30 years?
Yeah, for a baby to get married? You want this baby to get married right away?
I don't know, 16, 17?
That's how they used to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll bring it back.
Churn out some more royals. We need a bigger royal family.
Well, they're working on it.
Yeah, I know.
You can save that for Harry and Suits' wedding. You can tell them, hey, you two, get working on...
Start smooching.
Yeah.
I don't understand how
I know you don't.
Hopefully 2018 is the year where somebody finally explains this to me. Tom, you know who's having another baby in 2018? The Duggars.
Oh, God, who gives a shit?
Well, they're America's royal family.
They're not America's
in
royal
some ways.
family.
So, yeah, they'll have a nice big family just like the new Suits lady is marrying into.
Yes. Great. Is that on your 2018 list of things to look forward to?
What do you mean?
The Duggars having another...
No, it's just something that's going to happen.
All right.
Look, people are expecting. It's my job to report it. I report all sorts of babies being born on this show, Tom. You know that.
Usually you save it till the end, though, for your Tim's baby box.
Yeah, well, baby box. You know about these baby boxes? I'm reading a book about the Nordic countries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They do everything smart there. They put their babies in boxes.
Yeah, before they deliver them. The storks, instead of using those, hobo bindles, they put the baby in a box.
Yeah, it's better for the baby's back.
Yeah, safer for the baby, safer for the stork.
More efficient.
A bunch of big movies coming out in 2018.
You got Iron Man.
No, there's no Iron Man.
Okay.
There is Black Panther in February. Followed by Avengers Infinity War.
They're already having another Infinity War, huh?
No, before they had a Civil War. Now there's an Infinity War.
Tom, let me ask you something about the Avengers Infinity War.
Mm-hmm. Did you call them the Adventures?
The Adventures. Do they have like an end point to this? Like, are they going to be like, at some point, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be 60 years old?
Yeah. Well, so they're filming Avengers. So this will be the third Avengers movie, Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
But
after the Avengers assemble, is what I call it.
It's what they had to call it in the UK.
Yeah, it's where I'm from. And then there was the Civil War.
No, Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Captain America Civil War.
And yeah. So this is the fourth one.
No. Infinity War will be the third one. They are currently filming Avengers 4, which they are not giving the title for because they said the title is a spoiler. But the rumors are that in the third or fourth movie, they're going to somehow incorporate time travel to kind of like reboot a bunch of stuff so they can, because like...
so they can keep making money infinitely.
Right. But like Captain America and like Robert Downey Jr. and Hulk and Thor, like all those guys, like their contracts are up. And
who's going to play Iron Man?
Maybe they'll get an actual man made of iron.
That's what I'm saying. At some point, you got to do
truth
that.
in advertising.
Yeah. And get a real Hulk for once.
It's what everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
Get a real hunk for once.
Yeah.
Aquaman, the movie, is coming out.
Now that takes
Not
place
the
underwater.
one starring Vinny Chase.
Yeah,
that James Cameron made.
I went on a roller coaster based on that ride.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal.
Well, hopefully
I was a little distracted because a guy I knew from back home, he was visiting, and he stole a Shrek statue from a very powerful Hollywood producer.
He owned up to it right away.
Tom, here's the thing: he didn't. Anyway, I was conflicted because he was a friend from back home,
from
but like
Queens, yeah.
It really felt like he was taking advantage of me, but I couldn't really call him on it, and it really overshadowed the whole day at the amusement park to celebrate.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, the final chapter of the 50 Shades trilogy.
Yeah, can you maybe not put this trailer before every movie that I'm going to when I'm sitting there with my in-laws and they're like they're playing the trailer for this sexy movie and they're just like, be sure to stay for the climax. It's like, come on. Can you not do this? It's Thanksgiving.
You're over there tugging on your collar. Oh, boy, is it hot in here or is it just me? Tim, can you go get us some popcorn? Sure, just give me a minute before I get up. And then
all right,
go.
Tom, I understand. I understand the joke. We all get it. I didn't like it.
The Frozen musical's coming out.
Tom?
Yeah.
There's a Frozen musical?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've already seen that. It's called Frozen.
No, this will be one you can see performed on stage.
On Broadway or on ice?
On Broadway, but also on ice because it's frozen.
Yeah.
There might occasionally be probably a lot of dry ice. Probably good news for the dry ice industry.
Yeah. Well, big year for dry ice, 2018.
Yeah, they're going to be in the dry ice. Is that what you would call it when you're rich from dry ice? Like,
no, you're in the money. Because you sell. If you're in the dry ice business, Tom, you sell dry ice. That's coming from you, and then the customer pays you in money.
But then you're using that money to buy more dry ice for your own use.
Well, part of it, ideally, you're selling it at a profit. Mm-hmm. So some of it, you're going to get some more dry ice. Yeah.
To keep up the illusion that your home is haunted. By having
for
it
yourself, personal
foggy,
dry ice. Yeah, you can just take some off the top. The dry ice.
I think the top melts first, though.
Yeah, well,
you probably want to take it off the bottom.
But you're there every day. You
colder. Yeah, you can just take a little bit all the time.
Yeah.
Wear gloves when you take it off the top.
Oh my God, your fingers
freeze your hands
turn
off.
into rocks.
The World Cup in Russia.
Who cares?
Not me, because America did not qualify.
Yeah, Alexi Lawless not making an appearance.
Alexi Lawless, Tim, once again, retired from playing soccer a long time ago. He's now a commentator. You can still get your lawless lulls, LOLs.
Yeah, that's right.
Your love of lawless lasts a long while.
You know what? A long Lyle. I like it.
His hair's not as wacky. It's still red, though, so you can tell it's him.
He's like balding, right?
No, I don't think so. I just think he doesn't have the goatee anymore.
They should make a show where he's a vigilante, and they call it Lawless.
Yeah, or just lawless.
Or Lawless, starring Alexi Lawless as Pete.
And then they gotta get, what's his name? Who is the guy who had a name like that, who was in a show like that? Renegade. Who is that guy?
Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah.
Lawless, starring Alexi Lawless and Lorenzo Lamas.
I'm in.
I'm in, too,
Yeah,
actually.
I'm buying a season pass.
Yeah. That's 2019, baby.
Yeah. What's that guy's name again?
Lorenzo Lamas.
Lorenzo Lamas, he uses his gun, and Lawless uses a soccer ball and his wits
Yeah.
to solve crimes.
And his red hair.
His red hair.
My red hair is getting an inkling.
It's tingling. And he would probably, for the show, grow back that big goatee.
Yeah, of course.
He'd use that to dust for prints. People are going to the moon, Tim.
All right, Neil Armstrong
Not
and Buzz
Neil.
Aldrin.
No, they've been there already. Been there, done that. That's
Yeah.
what they asked Buzz Aldrin. You want to go there? And he said, "Been there, done that."
Said buzz off.
You buzz off. And then remember he punched that guy because the guy said the moon landing was fake.
Yeah.
Man, what a guy.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. Why are you punching guys about it? Just be
What?
like,
No, that's great. Punch guys.
the moon landing was fake. Just be like, all right, idiot. I went there.
I think he had done that for a while, and then enough was enough. And he was like, I'm a hero. I went to the moon.
I
I'm
mean,
not
it
gonna
doesn't
take
make you a
this shit
hero.
from
I mean,
you.
anybody could have done it, but you're right.
Not anyone could have gone to the moon, Tim. First off, you have to be able to hold your breath for a really long time.
Yeah, like what? A couple days?
A couple of days at the bare minimum.
Done it.
You got to have the right kind of shoes to walk on the moon.
I think they give you the shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your foot has to be the right size.
They'll give you the shoes, sure. But, if you have your own, you've already got 1 foot in the door, so to speak.
2 feet in the door.
2 feet on the moon.
If you got...
But what's his name? I forget if this is Bezos or Muskie. One of the
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Bezos or Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
One of the billionaires that are trying to get off this planet. They're sending 2 other billionaires to the moon.
Who?
Joey
Fatone?
Joey Fatone, for the last time, is not a billionaire.
I don't know. He made a lot of money from...
He didn't make $1 billion off
I don't know.
of NSYNC.
Tom, $1 billion 15 years ago translates to a lot of money these days.
All right, so you're saying he's always been a billionaire?
No. Like if he had if he had $500 million, it's probably doubled by now.
With inflation.
Between
That's not how
inflation
works.
and his various investments, you don't know what he's invested in.
I can take a guess.
What? Hooters restaurants? There's
No.
only been more of them.
Tim, one time we went to Atlantic City and he was hosting The Price is Right there.
Was he?
Yeah.
Why didn't we go?
We tried to. You don't remember this?
No, I was very drunk, I think.
But
Yeah, you probably got to get
hosting The Price is Right in Atlantic City is not something a billionaire does.
That's how you become a billionaire. Where do you get
That's not how you become
$5 million a
billion-
night?
No. But you get a freaking pass to the buffet and some
Man.
chips.
You know what, Tom? Either of us would take that gig in a second.
Absolutely. I'd move to Atlantic City to do that.
There's no reason to move to Atlantic City for that, Tom.
I would just drive down every day.
Yeah.
To immediately drive home.
Yeah. Tom,
Keep the car running.
how great is Drew Carey's life, huh? Gets to host that thing every day.
Yeah. And he's a big soccer fan, speaking of Alexi Lawless.
Really?
He's one of the owners, I think, of the Seattle MLS team.
He's also, is he still like a creep?
Oh, yeah. He had like a sex dungeon.
Something like
Like
that.
a
right?
rubber sex dungeon.
Well, at least it's safe.
Right. Nothing's coming out about him being like, I think he's like, an out, like a consensual creep, maybe.
Right.
Which, that's fine.
Yeah. Hey, creep on, consensual creeps.
Yeah. Well, I think if you're being open about, like, yeah, I've got a sex dungeon, then,
But I don't make anybody go in there.
But I don't make anybody go in there. But any of you are more than welcome to come in. One of these billionaires, they're sending 2 people around the moon.
Yeah.
But they're not going to land on the moon.
No.
Because that's tough.
So they're just going to, like, go to
They're going to do a flyby.
That sucks.
What do you mean that sucks?
So I've been to Atlantic City. I've been to Vegas, you're trying to tell me? Because I
you
flew over
it?
in a plane, not a train.
I don't think these people will necessarily even say they've been to the moon. They'll say we went by the moon, which is more than anyone.
We go by the moon all
we
the
don't
time.
go by.
Earth.
They'll be closer to the moon than we've ever been.
Maybe.
Depending
on who's counting.
If they're swinging around the whole moon, they're going to go around to the backside and see all the secret Martian bases back there.
Do you think Martians went there?
Martians make sense. It could be people from Alpha Centauri. That's a nearby star system.
I hate this conversation.
And that's if you're saying that the moon is an A hologram or B hollow, which it could be either of those. Probably,
a hologram?
No, it can't be both. It's either completely fake or hollow.
I don't think it's a hologram.
Or it's real and they're aliens on the back, and that's why they'll never they don't show us the back. Actually, there are pictures of the back. It's actually interesting. It looks a lot different.
Really? It's darker.
It's darker, but also, what is it? The back is like more pitted because that like more asteroids hit it because it was facing away, or vice versa, something like that.
I'm just not that interested in the moon. Sorry. It's boring.
Yeah, well, if these billionaires come back with some cheese, we'll see how interested you are.
I can get cheese anywhere, Tom.
Not moon cheese.
Tom, should we make our 2018 predictions?
Yeah, I want to say one more thing.
Oh, okay.
There's also going to be, for rich people, commercial flights to Antarctica, finally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Will there be, like, accommodations waiting for them there?
Igloos, you mean, Tim? Was that what you think?
I don't mean igloos. I mean, like, yeah, anybody can go there.
Yeah.
But, like, what's to say you're not going to die after an hour and a half?
They have a commercial flight. Yeah, they're not just going to be like, all right, well.
Okay, so the flight, to me, isn't the selling point. If they're making, like, a Four Seasons there, then.
I think it's still, I don't think it's going to be daily trips. I don't know. It might be daily trips.
In the Riverdale universe, Tom, they don't have a Four Seasons hotel. They have a.
How do you know?
They have a 5 Seasons.
Maybe that's a ripoff of Four Seasons.
Or are we to assume that in the
have 5
Riverdale
seasons?
universe, there's 5 seasons?
That'd be crazy. Because I'm sure between season 1 and season 2, it skipped over a few months.
Yeah, but
so
it
maybe
picked up right away.
But maybe those few months, that's when the other season that they have in Riverdale that we don't have. Huh.
Yeah.
And it makes you think.
It's a real quandary.
They should have called the hotel the Four Seasonings. And then, have like paprika
Salt.
and thyme.
Salt is the best seasoning of all.
All right.
Well, why wouldn't you say salt first?
Maybe I was building up to it. And of course, salt. Another thing for rich people that they can do, they can go down to the Titanic. They'll be able to see the Titanic,
like Jimmy Cams himself.
Yeah, they'll be able to be just like director of Aquaman, James Cameron.
Nice.
And go down. You guess what? You guess how much it costs?
I'm gonna say $500,000.
Tim, for that price, you could go 5 times.
$100,000.
Hey, quick with the math. I like it. Which is equivalent after inflation to what first class Titanic passengers paid for their tickets in 1912.
I hope everybody dies down there.
Well, of course they will. It's haunted.
I don't hope, but come on.
Sea ghosts. $100,000 people paid to be on the Titanic, and guess what they got them? They fucking spit out into the ocean.
Blue lips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense.
Off a door.
Like, because all like the rich people got saved from the Titanic. To me, if they spent $100,000, yeah, all right. You got to save them first. They've spent a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. Why didn't they just fly?
Tom?
Mm-hmm.
What happens on this? Do they just go in like a submarine for like an hour?
I think it takes longer than that to get down. It's very deep down. Yeah, starting in May, diving trips to the wreck site. I don't know. You get to go around in one of those little submarines and be like, oh, look at that. Look at those bones.
Look at these idiots.
Yeah.
And their watery grave.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So rich people gloating that they're not in a watery grave.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm in a watery sub.
Yeah.
Eating a sub sandwich.
Yeah. Now, if there's a submarine sandwich.
Tim, you're paying $100,000. There's a submarine sandwich down there.
All
Probably one of those 6-foot jobs.
All right. So, Tom, it turns out there's a lot to look forward to in 2018. And that's just already on the calendar.
They might not be able to fit a 6-foot sub into a sub.
I don't know, man.
They might have to fold it back on itself.
Yeah, you can slice it and stack it.
There's
a lot of ways you can
circular
carry a
ones.
sandwich around. Tom?
Well, if you got the circular one, it might not fit through the hatch.
Yeah, no, you'd have to. You could cut it down into like 2 foot,
then it's
3
barely
2 foot.
a sub.
Tom, we have to get to our predictions.
Yes.
So as I was saying earlier, there's a lot to look forward to that we already know about.
Yeah.
Already on the calendar, already planned. But now there's some other stuff that people
that nobody knows about except for us.
Yes.
Except for me and you, Tim Stradamus. and me, Tom Stradamus.
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
And me, Nosferatu.
Oh my God, Nosferatu's here. And me, Nosferatu.
And me. Yeah, I'll go first. Here's one of my predictions 2018. UFO disclosure.
You think it'll happen?
I think it's gonna. I think stuff like the floodgates starting to open. There's gonna be some crazy shit. I think the government's gonna be like, all right, we don't know as much as everybody thought we did, but like here's what we know, and there is some shit going on, but we really don't know anything. That's why we've been so secretive.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't think they'll be that forthcoming. And I think they won't tell us everything they do now.
Just tell me where you got those alloys.
I heard a thing about the alloys. It's kind of bullshit.
You're kind of bullshit.
I don't know. I read it in Scientific American, Tom. Tom, it's time for the elderly to wake up. I have a prediction that can save your life.
Okay.
I have a prediction for 2018. This will be the first time it'll happen. An elderly person will die in virtual reality.
Because of the shock?
They're going to misunderstand. They're going to put an elderly person in a VR goggles.
Yeah.
They're going to misunderstand what's going to happen. The people had misjudged how cognitively functioning this person was.
Yeah.
And we're gonna find out for real if you die in virtual reality, do you die in real life? So good will come from it.
Well, I mean, I think what you mean is if you die in real life, do you die in virtual reality?
It's
or will their consciousness
it goes both ways, Tom.
Will their consciousness get uploaded to the PlayStation 4 and they'll live in there forever?
We'll see. So if you're elderly and you're listening to us, here's a leg up. Stay away from virtual reality. One of y'all is going to die in there.
Yeah, it's going to be a big news. Somebody just died in VR, but it was because they fell through a glass table.
Oh, no. That's
Yeah.
terrible. I never would have made a joke if I had known that.
They weren't elderly. I think it was in Russia.
Oh, well, that's still people are people, Tom.
I didn't say they weren't. Why'd you think that?
Boris Yeltsin. I mean,
wasn't
Mikhail
Boris Yeltsin.
Gorbachev eats his pizza. No, I guess it was Yeltsin in that commercial.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well,
Why didn't you correct me before?
And if you're trying to argue that like he's a normal person, he eats his pizza backwards, that's a bad argument.
No, starting in 1990, everybody started eating their pizza backwards.
That whole ad campaign was horseshit anyway, because that didn't make me want to eat my pizza backwards. It made me want to save the crust till the end.
Well,
the
you
cheesy
have
crust.
better self-control than the Russians.
Yeah, you got that right.
All right. Tom, do you have another prediction?
New animals.
Wow.
It is more of a hope than a prediction.
Yeah.
You know, enough. We've seen all the. How about some new animals?
All right. Like science creates them, or like
I
we
don't
just
care
find
who does it. I just want some new animals. I'm bored with the old animals.
like a horse with a raccoon's tail,
but
like a big raccoon's tail.
As big as a horse's tail. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bigger than a horse's tail. Let's go nuts here.
About the size of a horse.
Yeah. Oh. Now we're talking.
It's debilitatingly big.
Yeah.
The horror, you know, and there will be a feel-good story about like, oh, this man made a little carriage for the horse's raccoon tail to go in.
Tom, I know that Jurassic Park
It
isn't
would
a
probably
real thing.
just be like a horse carriage that they retrofit.
To make a carriage for the tail of the
Yeah.
horse.
Mm-hmm. Probably just take the seats out.
Do you think anybody's working on making, like, not in Jurassic Park style, but like a pterodactyl a reality?
I think the only way you could do it would be Jurassic Park style. I don't. How
I
else
don't know.
would you?
You could fuse a bunch of different animals.
Tim, you have a very limited,
Crossbreed.
you have a very limited grasp of science.
No, you take the DNA from I don't know, a lizard and a bird,
Oh, okay.
and I don't know, a couple other animals.
They did recently. They not. It was a few years ago. They were messing around with chicken embryos, and they made a chicken with teeth.
Yeah, see, something like that.
Yeah. Oh,
You'd think
they
a
should-
pterodactyl would be high on the list because they just look so cool.
Yeah. But man, if pterodactyls start flying around, count me out.
Yeah, that's true.
I want
That's when
anything
I'd
to
be
do
like,
with it.
okay, hunting. We're allowed to hunt
Yeah, pterodactyls.
pterodactyls. Then I guess, why do I want them to exist if I just want everybody to shoot
Maybe
them
you
from the
just
skies?
really want to get into hunting and
Yeah.
this, be like, you know what? This thing shouldn't exist anyway. It's an abomination.
All right, Tom, do you have a celebrity comeback prediction?
Yeah, Balloon Boy.
Oh,
Balloon Boy is going to be back.
yeah,
Balloon
probably in
Boy-
the worst way.
Yeah, he'll probably kill someone. I think Balloon Boy is a balloon man by this point, probably.
Balloon Boy was what, 2009?
Yeah,
He was what, like 6 years old at the time?
maybe.
All right, so he's getting to be. He's
He's a
definitely
balloon
old enough to
adolescent.
like commit a crime.
Yeah, balloon teen.
Yeah.
Well, if you're out on the streets doing your shopping, keep an eye out for the balloon teen.
Yeah, I think that story hasn't played out, and it's going to end very, very sad.
Oh, of course. I
Yeah.
mean, it's already. It
Yeah.
hasn't ended, but it's taken numerous sad turns.
Yeah. My celebrity comeback, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to come back in a big way. Simone. You know, the virtual reality lady.
What?
S1M0NE.
Who was that?
Have you ever seen the Al Pacino movie Simone? Hollywood starts making virtual reality actors and actresses. Simone becomes a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah.
But there's no actress there. She's just virtual reality. What does that mean for society? I think Simone happens in real life, and Simone, the lady from Simone, becomes the forefront of this movement.
And Al Pacino's going, oh, Simone.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooga, Simone. Hey, Simone. Yeah, I never realized that movie.
Al Pacino's catchphrase is not "auga," right?
Sure it is. That's what he says in
Scent of a Woman.
Auga. Simone, that movie Spike Jonze made her. That was just a ripoff of Simone.
Yeah, it sure was.
Man, he should sue.
Yeah.
Al Pacino
I don't own
should
the rights
sue.
to the movie Simone, but I'm
Al
going to
Pacino
sue.
presumably does.
Yeah.
He shares them with Simone.
I'm going to sue the pants off of Spike Jonze.
I'd love to see that. Auga.
All right.
If you like the show, you can check out more at tcgte.com. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/complete guide. You can follow us on Twitter at complete guide. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tom Reynolds.
You can follow me on those things at your pal Tim.
You can email us completeguideeverything@gmail.com. If you want to support the show, you can support us through our Amazon thing, tcgt.com/Amazon, and through our Patreon at tcgt.com/pledge. Yeah.
Hey guys. I know 2017 was shitty for a lot of people. Here's hoping 2018 is better. You know what is going to be better? Our Patreon.
Yes.
You're going to start seeing a schedule of things at the beginning of the month. And you'll know when everything's coming. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And let's hope nobody dies in 2018.
Let's make 2018 the year of no death.
Yeah. The year the world cheated death.
Yeah. And
Except
then
for-
got so heavy with bodies that it...
That fell out of the sky.
Yep. It's one way to go.
Wait, so then everybody would die?
But that would happen in 2019.
Yeah.
2018 is the year nobody dies. 2019, we're
Yeah.
all dead.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be so bad if everybody died.
Oh, I always think that. I hope for the apocalypse just because
Well,
I don't want anybody to live after
All
me.
right, okay.
All right. We'll see you next year.
That was a HeadGum podcast.